A good day, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're doing good today. I am Gorilla, your host, and Space Ape for today's video. This is going to be I don't know how long this video is or stream is going to be. Because last week I wanted to do a stream and I forgot to record. So the reason why I'm doing this is, well, to show my nephew, G, aka Zox, the progress I've made on the base. So here's the thing. So this is actually what the base was before the Apex Survival came out, the update. And then I started building the algae farm on the roof of the base. You don't see it here, but it's actually the video thumbnail. So these funny thing, like you've got 5 algae farm on the top of the roof that actually really look weird. So I decided to actually build a tower and install the algae farm thing on the top of the tower. So I did this like about 2 weeks ago, and which actually I suggest to watch the previous stream, um, and you'll see what I mean. You know, started building. I had built the tower, started building around it, and then I decided to expand. So you see the face, this wall or the face that you see on the base, where the windows are. There's 4 windows, and then there's like something coming out. That's the office that you will see where I always start and stop the game. And then I decided to build an extension to this. So the last stream is actually I had just built the frame of it. So if you watch the end of the last stream, you'll understand what I mean. And then last week I decided to keep going and didn't record, forgot to record, and I just went a little bit crazy. So I'll show you the progress. I went a little bit, yeah, I went a little bit far actually. So yeah, I'll show you what I mean. Of course, it's raining again. It's always raining, or it's either raining or there's fog or there's always something. Alright, I'll try not to sell you the punch too quick, too fast. So that's the office. So the room that you see coming out is actually this. You know, that's the part that's coming out of the base. Okay. So I'm not going to show you everything yet. So that hasn't changed, as you can see, right? It's pretty much the same. Okay. So I suggest go watch the end of the last stream. At least you have an idea what I mean. So when I built the tower, where I've installed the 4 algae farm, I wanted to secure the tower because the tower actually looked a little bit flimsy. So I did, but by doing this, this is where I just, you know, you just start building and building and building, and that's the thing, you know, like in Space Engineer, if you're not being careful and if you have too much time on your hand, I mean, you just go, you don't stop, you just go crazy, and then hours goes by like super quick. And yeah, so I'll show you what I mean. Ready? So I'll try not to show you everything, but so I connected, as you can see, that's the tower. It was already there on the last stream, but what I've decided to do is actually add these support on each side, as you can see here. So one support here and another one here like this. right? So it's actually being supported not only from left to right here, but also attached to the base, as you will see. So it is attached to the original base, but also now it's attached this way. So on each side. So now I've got support everywhere. And that's the algae tower, or the algae farm. Which is funny enough because there's only 4, right? As you can see, 4. But I'm actually producing way too much food for myself. So of course I'm playing on my own, and if I show you, I'm gonna access the inventory here. I'll show what I mean. So if I go into the cargo container in the basement, what? Why is there stuff in the inset connector? This thing's driving me nuts. Okay, cargo container was the FE. So as you can see here, I've got 134 meal pack, the kelp crisp, and I've got cooked meat. 134. That's a lot out of these 4 algae farms. So if you have a farm or a tower like this tracking the sun, I mean this thing like keeps producing like crazy. So I've got plenty of food. Now why am I saying this? You'll understand. I'll just okay, that's why. The refinery. Okay, let's grab this. I'm gonna put it here so when the thing is full it just like dumps everything in the connector here. Okay. I'll leave it for now. I'll just keep showing you what happened here. So as you can see here, it's no longer a frame or empty. It's actually completely closed up. I've built the entire extension already. As you can see, there's like windows, so I've built 1, 2, 3, 4 windows, like huge bay windows. This, as you will see, there's a door. This is actually going to be, if you watch, or if you will watch the last stream, this was actually the base or the foundation for the tower, for the algae farm. And I had built the controller unit to control this, and I wanted to build this to or to make this, sorry, to build eventually, okay, eventually to build the a food processing unit, like a room where I can, you know, make food. There you go. So the food beds and the seed beds with the new Apex survival. So that was going to be this room. And like I said, I just went crazy and I started building and building and building, but it's not over. Don't worry, it's not even over yet. So as you can see now, like the towers being supported on each side, it looks way much stronger. Yeah, I do apologize. It's going to be quite a bit of talking. The next thing I'd like to do is I was wondering if I should connect this and just bring him down all the way to the ground, but I think it's good enough. As you can see, huge windows here because obviously this is going to be a food or a room where we're going to make some food, produce food. And also I wanted to make this room as light, you know, or as lit as possible, so I've put some huge windows on the roof, 4 of them, as you can see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the huge tower. I think it looks solid enough, right? It's all connected. It's connected to the mountain here. Started like to excavate or make some room here because I think I'm gonna widen or take a chunk out of the mountain, and the reason why is because I want to build here a huge window. Oh, sorry, a huge door where we're gonna have access to land a ship because I want to build another ship. We've got our doom buggy, we've got our drill, but also I want to build a ship where I can explore, maybe go to space with. So eventually there's going to be an access, a door. But if you watch the last stream, you will see this was totally like on a frame. And when if I show you I'll show you again, that picture. As you can see, that was the ground, So this here was actually the end of the base. The base was there. This is where it ended. There was nothing here. And now this is, twice as big as the base itself. Like I said, I went a little crazy. Let's go back to the live shot. So the door, this is the main door, well, the regular door that was already there, that accessed the main base. I want to build a huge access door here. Okay. Do apologize for the talking, but I gotta show you what's going on here. So let's go in the first room. Unfortunately, the day is already gone. I've built a lot. I've played like a lot, so the sun's gonna set soon, unfortunately. Okay, so this is going to be the future food processing room. I've moved the that thing. What is it called? The controller. So I moved the controller. If you remember, if you watched the last stream, was there at the corner there. So I moved it here to be able to have a door and access here. That hasn't changed. It's still the access to the inventory, the base, and whatnot. So it's still refining some of the stuff that I mined off stream or off camera. Okay, so this is where it goes crazy. So remember, like the if I show you again. So this, you remember, like you can see there, like the base, the windows, the side there of the base, and actually the ground. You can see the ground, the rocks, the snow. Well, this now is a huge. The ground is no more. There's a base, and as you can see, I've built a tunnel with windows that is actually sealed, connected to the original base. Remember, this is the office we came out of. There you go. So we've got an access here through this sealed tunnel. We've got a light panel, bluish. And now I've built also, I removed, there was a window here, so I got rid of the window and built a door. And look at this huge hole. It's all closed up. We've got some light panel. I'm not in love with this light panel, but so the huge windows, in French we call this a passerelle. A passerelle. So how do you say that in English? A walkway? Yeah, walkway. We've got the lab door. Okay, so I'm not going to fly down. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do this properly. This is one thing I don't like with this game. I don't know if they fixed this with Space Engineer 2, but as you can see, it's really windy outside. If if we go outside, it's going to be crazy windy. I'll show you. Actually, you're going to see the wind farm are spinning like crazy right now. Or the wind turbine. Yeah, we can't see it, but they're spinning like crazy because it's super windy. But you can hear the wind sound. You're inside the base, and we can hear the wind sound as like we were outside of the base. Makes no sense. I mean, you should have like some sound deafening, or you know what I mean? Even the lights are bleeding out of these metal blocks. The light armor block, the light is actually bleeding out of them, which doesn't make much sense. But anyway, remember this? So this here was the original window of the base. This too, that was part of the original base, that window too. But I built a door. You probably remember that if you watched the last stream. But this, where I stand, was the actual ground. This was the outside. But now I dig a huge hole to create the landing kind of a, I don't know how to call that. But this is going to be, see, why is it foggy on the inside of the base? Especially that it's pressurized right now. The base is pressurized. It's too noisy. I'm going to put my helmet on. So this is actually the face or the side of the original base with the windows. Maybe you recognize that window and this one. That window is gone. There's a door now. And that window is gone because there's a closed tunnel. And this was actually the outside. And now this is going to be a dock. There you go. This huge door, well, I don't know how huge it's going to be, but it's going to be a door here. And we're going to have a landing dock platform-ish thing where we're going to land the ship. Obviously, we're going to build a connector, and that's the base. Well, sorry, that's part of the base now. Build a these metal railing thing so we don't fall off. And this is to have access to, if I show you, outside of the base. That's the original door where the base is, and this is going to be the landing, the dock where we're going to land the ship. Or, I can't talk today. This is the access to the basement, you remember? And this is going to be the dock for our exploring ship. And look at this. Built some windows to be able to see the basement. So that's our large cargo container. I've redone the conveyor tubes a little bit differently. These were not there. They were actually conveyor tubes going through actually here, and they were actually coming out approximately here, going through this floor here, because if I actually grind this, look at where we are. This is the actual hydrogen room that we have access from the basement with the hydrogen tank. But you remember this? Like this access port was actually the connection that was connecting to these conveyor tubes to the cargo container here. So when I started digging, as you remember, the door here, right? This where the ground was. The ground was actually here. So when I started digging, oops, I ended up digging, sorry, and ended up digging at some point and found some metal, these metal blocks. I said, what the hell? Oh yeah, I remember. That was the roof of the hydrogen room. So then I got an idea. Just keep digging, flat, level this entire thing, and voila. We're gonna have a landing. I forgot the word again. Jeez, man, what's going on with me? You know what I mean, right? A garage. There you go. A garage for our ship. Man, I'm tired of like it. So I don't know about these blue lights yet, but these look cool, but I'm not a fan of these up there at all. But I wanted to create kind of a blue-ish, you know, kind of a nice ambiance. So it's a big enough hangar. There we go. That's what I was looking for. It's a big enough hangar to have a reasonable size ship, right? Could even bring the buggy here, so I could create maybe 2 connectors, one for the buggy, one for the ship. But the tour is not over. Oh yeah, forgot to show you. So there's something that I ended up closing. There's not much right now we do with you know, I'm doing with it, but this, there's nothing there. I'm not going to open it because we're going to lose all the pressurized air. But thank you for the crazy weather outside. But I mean, you know what, I'm going to open it. I'll show you. So this actually ended up being, actually that was the ground. See, this is the actual, that here, that's the original foundation of the base. So when I was building the hangar, I said, I don't want to lose that space, you know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it looked cool. So I said, I'll keep it for now. Maybe I'm going to use it in the future. I don't know, we'll see. So at some point I'm probably going to have to build some ventilation here, because now there's no way I can get oxygen back in here unless I open this. And now this is going to pressurize the entire thing. So now I'm going to have oxygen in here. Done? Yep. So I could install on the roof here some oxygen thingy, air processor. And now also I've created another access to the basement here. So with a walkway, this light is actually independent from the entire lighting system as a security, you know, so we don't, see, everything is dark, but at least we can see where we're going here. So now we have access to the basement with these windows here. So yeah, when I said I went crazy, it's not an understatement. Let's grab some food. And this is the hydrogen room, as you already know. See, when I actually grind the metal block, this is the tank we were looking at. And instead of coming from the ceiling, actually now I've built the conveyor tubes through the wall here, and I'm connecting everything through the this I forgot the name of this too. It's unbelievable. Okay, how can I have access to this? It's the medical room thing anyway. I went a little berserk. Took me a few hours to build all this and redo some things. And I gotta say, you know, there was quite a bit of trial and error, building and destroying and rebuilding and destroying and rebuilding. So I think that's pretty much good now, and yeah, now figuring out where to put the door, and that's that. These are the windows that we can see through the food room, lab food room thing. Yeah, that's that. So like I said, I'm not a big fan of these light panel. So either I put them back to white. I don't know why these panels. Not a fan. I prefer the regular lights. These guys here. These interior light. Corner lights. You got the see these light panels. I don't know why. I'm not a fan. But again, like I said, maybe I can just switch switch them back to white. So light panel, no panel. Light panel then. There you go. See if I select them all. Radius 6, intensity. I think usually it was radius 8. Let's see if not 100% convinced, but I'm not gonna waste my time, you know, looking at light panels. That's something I can do off stream. I hope you're not getting sick from me like moving a lot. Okay, now what's going on? What we're gonna do? Here's what we're gonna do. I wanted to start building this door here actually. So the main reason I'm recording this stream, of course, if it's for everybody, but it's also to show my nephew G, aka Zox, and my brother, if my brother's watching, A's, what I've been building. I do apologize, I totally forgot to record last week. So. Two things. So you know, I could start building the door here, and also maybe start building the food pods. Now I want to see. Let's recharge the bottle. Let's grab some silicon and drop it in. So I did also some mining, a lot, because, well, as you can probably imagine, this huge extension to the base took a lot of metal. Sorry, a little sip of tea. So now, making sure I have enough, what do I have? Okay, so I still have silicon. Ice is going down again pretty quick, and I don't have iron as a raw material. I do have silicon, so I might have to mine some iron at some point. But now the big thing is, well, big thing. The thing is to figure out what kind of door should I build, or should we build? It's big enough, eh? Look at that size of that thing. Pretty insane. So, if in case you're wondering why it's coming down like this at an angle, because that's the ground here. This is the edge of the base. The base actually starts here. So that is actually the ground. But here, this is with this little room there. This is where I wanted to go a little bit further in to create a bigger space here. Why? Well, because I've noticed that the basement is actually wider than the base on top, where the base sits on. I've actually built the basement larger. As you can see here, the base starts here. The basement actually goes even further, as you can see here. So that's why I had to extend a little bit if I wanted to have an access here to the basement. So that's why I've widened or elongated this part here. Alright, so what kind of door could we build? Well, door that we have, like the big ones, are these airtight doors. Or when I used to stream a few years back, I actually built a door out of like small grid metal blocks with 2 hinges on each side. Now that takes a lot of time, but you can actually build a huge door by doing so. Actually no, like yeah, these were the blocks, sorry, with blast doors block, yeah. What? 140 steel plates each? Mamma mia. Jeez Louise. Okay. But it's a blast door though. So I don't think, but yeah. But with these you need 2 hinges. On one hinges on each side. Takes a little bit of programming, adjusting, or we can do it easy and simple and go with like these doors here. So we got these. So these doors or these. Warfare. Hangar doors. Windowed. Ooh, windowed. That's interesting. Why not? Door 2. What's the difference? Okay, yeah. Or the regular ones. I like the windowed ones. Yeah. But what I wanted to do is, since I want to build something quite big, this is only 3. As you can see, well, it's hard to actually figure out, but this is actually 3 blocks high or wide. So I wanted to actually build either sideways or from up and down, like up and down, like this, or like this. So one on this side and another one on this side here. So it would be like a 6 block wide door, or 6 blocks high door. Does it make sense at all? Are you still listening to this nonsense? But if I do this for this guy, for this one, I would have to bury, I think, the first block in the ground. Does it make sense? Actually, it would be a 5. Yeah, so I would lose one height. So 1 block would be buried, so it would be 5 blocks high, or 6 blocks wide. So do I do it this way or this way? I think I'm going to do it this way, sideways. Maybe it doesn't make sense right now, but it will. So I want to leave some room here for the stairs. I've got plenty of room here. So what if we start here? How does it look? Yeah, we got plenty of room, right? 1, 2, 3, or maybe, yeah, I could start actually here. So as you can see, that's the ground. We're in the ground right now. So I'm gonna have to dig a little bit. So I said it's 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So that should be the size of the door. See? Does it start making sense? And I'm gonna build 1, 2, 3 or 4 high. Like I said, it's gonna be a big door. Big. Got the room, so why not? But you know what? I'm not sure I'm gonna start directly from the ground. I think I'm gonna start here. What do you think? What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna start not directly here, but here, at that level. So when we are coming in, we're going to be, unless, boy, I don't know. What should we do? Do you know what I mean? So that's the width of the door. 1, 2, 3, 4 high, maybe 5 actually. Let's see what 4 looks like. Yeah, another one. Am I still in the ground? No, okay. Okay, so the ground starts here. Whoa! And so it means that we're gonna have to dig a lot. Okay. We're deep. Holy moly! You know what? We're gonna use my. We're gonna use our drill to do this. All right. Now we're gonna grind the entire thing. Grind the entire thing, and then I'm gonna bring the drill and I'm gonna drill. I'm gonna have to drill the this entire thing here, like the rock, to remove all the rock. Actually, I could drill by hand. Yeah. All right. Let's deposit the stuff. of metal plates. Got 5,000 in the inventory. Let's grab some food. Might as well recharge right now. Let's keep grinding. Always go bottom up. That's why I'm not an engineer. Yeah, it's going to be a long process. Gotta do it. But the good thing is you don't have to watch the entire thing. You can fast forward, you can fall asleep. Hey, you know what? Let's save. I haven't saved in a long time. I mean, look how deep, you know, it's no joke. It's quite deep, actually. So, folks, this is the door. This is going to be what the door, the entrance for the ship. Now, the ship's probably not going to be that big, but it's going to be a fairly good size ship. All right, start drilling. All right, it works. I just don't want to damage. I don't want to damage the metal blocks. This part manually so I don't damage the base, but I'm gonna go grab the drill. Guess it's gonna take a while if we do this manually. You understand what I mean? So we're gonna have to take quite a fairly good chunk out of the mountain here. we're gonna create. Or you know what? Yeah, maybe. I think I made a boo-boo actually. I could have left this like that, dig a little bit, but make the door. Since we had the space, could have made the door higher actually. Yeah, that was dumb. As you can see, I'm not an engineer. Hey, you know what? I think I saved before I started drilling, right? Let's load. Exit. Okay, give me a sec. F1. What is quick load? Open. Hello. It'd be nice if we would have just a search thing. Quick save, quick load, F5. It's not working. What's going on? You know what? Give me a sec. But it's weird. Why is it not available from the menu? No. Just exit. And exit without saving. Et voila. I'm gonna reload. Hopefully. Alright, there you go. Oh! I didn't dig. Perfect. So we're not gonna waste all that beautiful land. But yes, you're gonna say, you dummy, you grinded all this for no reason. Yep. You are correct. But looking at it from here, digging a huge hole here would look stupid. Because the base, the ground is here. So we're just gonna make the door higher here instead. So this is going to be here. So this is where the door will start. Then we can just level that part. And all the rest will be on the ground. Does it make sense? So all this from here. So that will remain the base. Oh, sorry, will remain the base, obviously, but will remain on the ground. And we're just going to trim that part here and go a little bit higher. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll still have our 5. Perfect. just... I don't know if that's gonna work, but with the tunnel here, we'll see. We'll see if the game lets us build. All right, let's see if I can put the first door. Yep, we can. Perfect. Side doesn't matter, or does it? I'm gonna go this way. One. Hello. Controls are finicky. No! I like wasting my time. Isn't that fun? Like this. This. I think. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Honestly, it's probably going to be a trial and error because I never build these, so we'll see if it works. So, I think we're going to have to build like a even number, not an odd number. Yeah, I won't have any choices. Because I think it's going to look funny. But, to be 100% sure, we'll build at least 2 of them. We'll be able to see. Put iron really everywhere. Okay, now, what do we need to build these doors? Build the first one here. That's a lot of steel plates. Jeez. Okay, one is done. Now, in case we're wondering why am I, you know, switching them, like flipping them, it's because of this thing here. You see this thing here? So I want to align this, you know, a pair of each with this. You'll understand what I mean. It moves too. Sorry, it's walking way too fast. Better. Now this is what I mean. Do you see that? These two things now, they actually get together and it makes it look a little bit more unified-ish, you know? Is that a word? A little bit more unified. These doors are going to cost a lot of material. So, what do you think of the hangar, guys? G, what do you think of the hangar? I work like a dog building this thing. Even the tunnel there. Well, it's not a tunnel. What is it called? Corridor. Jeez. Can't speak now anymore. Corridor. The corridor. Oui, oui. Let's recharge the bottle. The bottle. Hydrogen. Do I have a... Ice-wise? Oof. Man, this thing going... The base is going through the ice like crazy. I don't know why. It's because if it's relying on hydrogen power first and then wind power. What? Is this one finished? Yeah. What did I do? Okay.
Energy low.
What? Okay. I understand. Let's recharge the battery. Grazie, signor. So the extension is actually twice the size of the original base. At least twice. Whoa. $250 steel plates for each door. That's bunkus. Actually, 350 steel plates. That's oops. Nope. Let's get rid of you. You. Let's do that again. I pressed the wrong thing. $350 steel plates. That's crazy. So this is how it's starting to look. What do you think? Hey, wait a second, okay? Before we go any further, are we gonna like it this way, or should we build it the other way? I don't know. What do you think, guys? I know you can't reply, but looks weird. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe it's just because it's different. But I think these doors are actually made to be built not vertical, but vertical, not horizontal. I think so, eh? Yeah. Yeah. I think. You know what? It's different. That's it. Let's do it this way. Nobody's crazy enough to build doors that look silly like this, but gorilla. So nobody will want to invade this base or attack it. When they'll see the door, they'll say, "Ah, it's a crazy person that lives here. No need to attack." Right? Am I right or am I right? One, two, three, four. That's what it's going to look like. If you don't like building and going back and forth, this game's not for you. Because you do a lot of building and a lot of back and forth. Cannot withdraw. Oops. So it means we don't have any steel tubes left. Indeed. So let's build 1, 2, 3, 400, right? Let's go 5. Why is it not producing? I've got plenty of iron. What's going on here? What is going on? Industrial assembler. Okay, I'm gonna grab this. It should pick the iron. Oh, I can't understand what it does. Yeah, because it didn't have enough room in the assembler. Capiche. Capito. Who builds hangar door sideways? Only crazy people. Crazy people. It's a good thing we can fly because walking this back and forth, mamma mia. Our bottle, let's fill it up. And why not have a little crisp kelp in the belly? The door is complete. So it's going to be like this. 4. It would be either 4 or 6. Can't go 5 because of these little thing there. What do you guys think? I don't know if in Space Engineers we can actually build a detector, so when we actually come close to the door they actually open automatically, because I don't want to have to get out of my ship every single time and press the button. So I'm gonna have to watch some videos on that. It does look weird sideways, I won't lie to you. It doesn't look like somebody sane lives here. Sideways hangar door. Yeah. Oh, I don't have any. Okay, okay. Sideways. Okay. We've got the metal tubes. Perfect. Are there any wolves in the neighborhood? Not anymore. Let's go recharge. That's a lot of steel plates. And I did mine a lot of silicon. It's still, and we still have some in the, yeah, 25,000 ton. Jeez. 25,000 kilos anyway. I'm gonna need some metal plates. Let's go 2,000. Yeah, let's see. So that means when we come in, gotta be careful, because we're gonna have to come down in the hangar. So either we build a little platform for the ship, which actually would actually look good. Could build a small platform where, you know, on each side we go down at 45 degrees, or build some steps, you know. Yeah, that could look good. But these are the hangar doors. It looks weird this way though. It doesn't look big enough, right? Yeah, it looks small because the wall is so big. But now it's sealed again. As you can see, the O2 is high, it's warm. So it means like the since the door here is open, it means like the air processor is actually processing oxygen for the hangar until we actually build some on the roof maybe. But the problem is I gotta connect these air processor to something that is connected, sorry, not something, but that are connected to O2 H2 generator. So, yep. Or I could build one in the wall here because the base actually is. Anyway, we'll see. But it does look weird. It does look small. Should I build two more? Should we build two more? Go down a bit. Five would have been a good size, but can't build five. Well, we could, but it's going to be asymmetrical for these little thing here. It definitely looks small. It is not small, because this is a perspective with our guy. Look at the size of this thing. It's huge. See? This is not small. You know? Look at that. It's a huge door. Right? Look at that. It's not small by any means. But, yeah. It's a huge step down though when you come in. But like, again, you know, we could have a platform. It all depends on how big the ship will be also. You know, it could be a fairly big ship because it's a big hangar. Huh. Question. If we go down more, then we're going to have to dig outside. Now, for now, what I could do is build a temporary access button thing. Let's build it here. At least we can open it. A button panel pedestal. Bridge button panel. Bridge? What is that? What? Button panels enable you to bind block functions to button that can be directly interacted with. Do you understand? I sure don't. Button panel that I know. Console module. That can make it look productive and important. Sci-fi one button, okay. Four button panel. Huh. Let's grab this one. Let's see. Because it's going to show us all of them. So this one. Okay, so that's a sci-fi. Ooh. Okay. 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 That's the regular one. That one we used already. What is this? Ah! So it can actually be part of the wall. That's cool. So we could actually, that's cool. That's quite cool actually. Yeah, look at this. You know? Boom. Et voila. Of course I don't have interior plates. Of course. Interior plates. Seven. Thank you. Wait a second. There are two. What? Inset button panel. Does it mean I have to have access to both sides? Or can I hide this? Oops. Let's give it a try. Let's see. Look at that, that's pretty cool. It's part of the wall. I don't like the fact that it's surrounded by... that's the only thing I'm not a big fan of, actually. So we could program... what we need access to. These. Warfare, yep. So you select the first one. The last one? No. Groups. Wait a second. No, it's not working. What's going on? Group. Okay, forgot how to do this. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Why is it that I can't select them all? Forgot how to do this. Usually you should be able to select them. What's going on? Hmm. What's going on? Now, you know what? I just realized with the description, this one says airtight. This one doesn't say airtight. Oh no, we are airtight. Airtight. We saw that before. False alarm. But now I don't understand. I can't create the group. Or do I have to create the group first? Can't be. Because minor lights, yeah, see? I have created the group. For the piston, for the lights. I forgot how to create a group then. That's not cool. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Stupid me. Yeah, okay. Don't mind me. So these were warfare. There you go. So let's rename them. So 2, 3. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know which one is which. So this block group, we're gonna call it hangar doors. So now we're creating a group. Hangar doors, save. Now the group is created. So now we do this. You go to the programmable button. You go to the group. We should see, there you go, hangar door. And then we can toggle, no, so it's going to be open close. There you go. Are you ready? That's that. And these are the hangar doors. What do you think? Something missing. Something is missing. Anywho, I'm not going to bother you more than that. It's been an hour and a half already. So this was just a stream to catch up, show you what I've done off camera, and rebuild the doors. I'm not sure about that yet. I'm going to have to simmer this thing there in my little noodle and try to figure out if this is, I don't know. I really don't. Two things. I'm not sure of the orientation, and I'm not sure about the size. It's a little bit too small, I think. They're not small, but I don't know. Could build something a little bit bigger. And I'm not sure about the way they are. I think I'm gonna go up and down instead of sideways. Yeah. But we'll see. That's probably going to be something that we're going to revisit in the next stream, or probably it'll be already done. Maybe I'm going to decide to, you know what? Let's fix this now. Anywho, hope you enjoy this one. We are going to take a break here. An hour and a half is good enough, right? Until next time, guys, I hope you're going to have a good week. At the time of recording this, it is Sunday. And you know what? Let's end the stream properly. Since it's almost... yeah, the sun is setting. Let's do this the proper way. Let's enjoy the last ray of sun. Nice thing about this support is actually we can climb on it like this. It's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, it's already gonna be night. Man, time flies in this game. But the thing is, because of where we are on the map, you know, we're so high in the latitude and longitude also. Makes it that we're not getting a full day of sunshine. But it's okay, you know. Look at this thing. Crazy. We're 300 feet high. It's no joke, eh? Alright, folks. Hope you enjoyed this one, and hope to see you for the next one. If you watch after the stream, actually that was the whole idea. I didn't actually plan or announce, I should say, the stream, because it was just kind of a catch-up video. And strangely enough for me, since I have an old computer, streaming is not as hard on my PC than if I would record and then upload the video. Well, uploading the video is just time consuming, but recording and playing the game, it's harder on my PC than just streaming directly. Go figure. Until next time, folks, have yourself a good week. You guys take care of yourselves. You know why? Because you're one of the most important person on this planet. A better you will make a better us, and in return we can make a better world. You guys have a good week, or a good day, a good evening, a good morning, and I hope to see you for the next one. You guys take care, and talk to you soon. Ciao.